So you get the ball back here. Hoag's three just barely off the mark. Seba gets the rebound here. Seba's three is off the mark. Get our own rebound here. This is something that I like to see here right now is we're getting some second chance rebounds here and second chance opportunities to score some points. Unfortunately, we just weren't able to knock those couple shots down. Looking back at the tournament, we just really wasn't able to see a ton of second chance opportunities. And tonight, starting off strong, getting some second chance opportunities here for the Lady Mustangs. Seba's gonna go to the line here. She gets her own rebound here. Great defense. Ball's on the floor. Callie's going to pick it up.
All right, thanks Seth there for carrying the action. For some reason, we got knocked off. We had to redo everything. Back on. If you're joining us, not a lot of scoring halfway through the first quarter.
Well, Mason Calico checks in here, giving Taylor a break. Seba goes to the hole.
Nice.
Drops it in right there.
So far, we got a Hoag three and a Seba drive for the only scoring of the night. Nice little forced turnover there. Going to be back to the Mustangs. Jay going to come in with a whole new five. We're doing some hockey-style substitution here.
They call that a line change.
I don't know. Obviously, we haven't played them to this year. Is that something normal? Or we're going to kick it in. We're going to kick it right back. Nice skip pass. Ooh, we got two people in one. Kind of getting in the NFL. You got two receivers in the same spot. Somebody ran the wrong route. Mustangs passing the ball well right now. Calico comes in firing.
Three and gets it to go. Part of the scoring action here. Mustangs go up 8-0.
Appreciate show engineer Jason Streeter pushing all the buttons, coming straight from work. And the reason you can see the scoreboard at the bottom of your screen is because Jason's the only one that knows how to do that, because I don't. I got the camera going, but I don't know how to get it on the screen like that. So Hoag needs to dribble out of that. Yeah, there you go. Be out underneath.
Number 3, Ashton Glass checks back in for the Lady Bulldogs here.
A little confusion. Allie's unsure where the ball is going to be out of bounds. We'll call a different play here. Oh, we're wide open. Just got to be ready to catch and shoot that. Not going to get much more open than that. Charlo shoots, no good. I like Jay's jerseys. I kind of like the diamond down the side.
I like that.
Kind of an old school look. Another turnover by Jay. Credit to them. They were out of school today. I don't know if they got more snow than we did or it was just the temps. I will tell you, I was on the bus loop this afternoon. And it was not very nice out there. Not very pleasant. Definitely take care and bundle up. Take extra precautions if you're traveling around this weekend. Nice skip pass by Seba. 3 by Hoag. Off the mark.
Seba gets the rebound. You know, I mentioned earlier whenever you were trying to fix our technical difficulties that we were having, we have given ourselves more second chance opportunities tonight than I've been able to see most of the season, which is really good. They're actually boxing out on the offensive side of the ball here.
I would agree. And that's an underrated thing. Like, you don't talk about it as a coach a lot, but yeah, that was a blocking foul. But blocking out on the offensive side of the glass, too. When you get position, keep that position. You earned it. Block out. Third team foul on Jay in this quarter. Remember, we talked about the rule being different. You get to 5. Ho's going to fire another one. That one's good.
Drops that one in there.
I'll be honest with you. You talked about the rebounding. We're passing the ball better right now in the first 7 minutes of this quarter than perhaps we have all year. I thought we passed the ball really well in the Miami game. But this has been nice, and it just helps everybody get better shots. Yeah. You see that every once in a while. Calico, she's such a good athlete, and she plays so hard, she just gets a little out of control. But she's a freshman. She's doing a really good job. I really like her. She's got a fun spirit. I joked we played Saturday. We played Veneta, and she got 2 fouls, and she got hit in the face, and they called a foul. And I said, I don't think I've ever seen a player get 2 fouls called on them when you got hit in the face. And she laughed. She's one of the tougher kids out there. She's fun. One of your kids. She's an ag kid, right?
Yep. One of our kids shows pigs, shows sheep, does agri-science.
Pig.
She does just a little bit of everything.
The smartest animals in the barn. Come at me. It's true.
It's true.
It's true.
It's true.
My dad made me show sheep. He's probably listening
Those are
right
the
now.
dumbest things.
Yes.
In the barn.
I hated it. Admittedly, I probably didn't give it my best effort. We had a really good lamb. We got 3rd one year in the sale at Fort Smith, which used to be a really big deal, the Fort Smith Fair.
They're bringing it back.
There was Grand and Reserve Grand and then me. And if I could have showed it all, we might win the whole thing. But, man, those things, their brains are like the size of a pecan if they're lucky.
Yeah, one of my best friends teaches ag at Owasso, and he raises sheep. Does a pretty good job at it. And he told me, he said, you know why sheep are dumb? Because when they wake up after being born, they're just looking for a reason to die immediately. That's the only thing they care about.
It does.
And that
we don't want to joke about animal time.
True.
It does seem like goats and sheep are a little more finicky when it comes to like
they
illnesses. And man, I've noticed like a pig, they get sick and they get the scours, whatever, and you doctor them. Lambs and goats, within 24 hours, you can have a perfectly healthy lamb or a goat and then gone.
Absolutely, yeah. So it's, a good way to look at it is like animals are not at all like people. People can tell you
what's wrong.
If you're feeling something that's going wrong. For animals, you can't. You just got to wait for the signs and hope you catch them quick enough.
Good fighting for the rebound there.
Little Paige gets the rebound there.
Yeah.
Did a good job. Tough with it.
I feel like she's gotten a little more comfortable and a little tougher, if you will. And again, she's just a freshman. A lot of times, freshmen can be 14, 15 years old, and you're playing against 18, 19-year-old young ladies. That's a big difference in a young lady. It's a big difference in anybody. I passed a little low off her shin, but ill-advised pass there, but still are enjoying probably the best passing quarter we've had for sure after the break. Nice to see the ball moving around like that. I don't know about down in the ag building. I know I walked down the ag building first hour. It was cold. But a lot of the kids in the building were upset this morning. Oh, off the glass. We didn't get all the snow everyone was talking about. They were all talking about snow day, snow day, snow day. I think I saw about 20 snowflakes on the way to work this morning.
Yeah, it was I think they was upset to be there today.
I'm not a snow day guy. I like to go to school, and now that we build in snow days, I don't want to miss. I want to be out on Fridays come the spring when it's nice.
Yeah, after spring break. Yeah.
A day like today, if you're out, are you playing in the snow? No. It's too cold, even if you get the snow. So we'll have to see. I guess they're calling for another snow on Sunday, and obviously some temps going into Monday. And we're out Monday, Martin Luther King Jr. Day. We're celebrating that. I love that. Those of you listening, make sure you monitor our website. If you are a parent or guardian, if we do cancel school for any reason, you're going to get a text and a phone call. We posted it on the website. It's obviously going to be on all the news outlets. So So definitely, and we try to do that by 6 a.m. If you're not aware, I mean, we have buses literally leaving the bus barn by 6 a.m. So we try to make that call as best we can. We have a snow patrol group, if you will, Dr. Wilkins, myself, Mr. Despain, Mr. Cluck. We all kind of live in different areas in the district. Our district's huge, by the way, 170 square miles. We go out and about early, 4:30, 5 o'clock, see what it's doing this morning. I got all geared up. I walked outside and saw nothing, and I just walked right back in. I was like, we're in school.
Yeah.
We're in school.
You know, last night, so we had some, like, if you will, severe weather come through almost.
The lightning,
you know, it was a lightning show.
Impressive last night.
Yes, so, I thought for a second that rain was coming through and it was going to cool everything down and that we were going to get something out of that, but very well could tell.
That's a tough 50-50 call there. I don't know about that. Yeah, so if you don't know, like on a Friday night when you're home at Jay, that means on Thursday night you were away at Jay with junior high. So 7th,
Correct.
8th, and 9th. I have a 9th grader. We went to Jay. On the way home, you could see the lightning, and then I would say 10 miles east of Adair to 10 miles west of Adair, it poured as hard as it could rain. Even got a little bit of hail, but the temperature, it was like 55 degrees. It was oddly warm. I guess in Arkansas there was some severe, like tornado-ish type weather.
It's odd for January.
Yeah, and then this morning we woke up and expecting precipitation, all the things, and there wasn't even any frost. It was so dry and so cold so fast. There wasn't even any frost anywhere.
Yeah, didn't have to scrape any ice off the vehicles this morning, at least where we live.
Good hustle there.
Great hustle.
Mustang still in that zone defense.
It's working for him.
Yeah, one of the underrated things with a zone defense, and you try to coach, is get your hands up. Make yourself bigger than you really are.
Good steal there by Seba.
You get your hands on a lot of balls. Ooh, get that high up on the glass, hit the square. Ooh, good job there. Nice find, high up. Ooh. Felt bad for some of the maintenance guys. We had a couple of, as you might expect, heaters have some trouble today, and they had to get up on top of the roof.
It was awfully windy for that today, too.
Yeah, I saw some coveralls and some overall bibs. I bet it was rough up there. Appreciate those guys. It's kind of like your car, you get that first cold snap. You never quite know. How's my battery? You start getting negative temps or single-digit temps. You never quite know how your HVACs are going to handle it. And a lot of ours here at the high school are 10-plus years old. We even got a few 20-plus-year-old. You never know how they're going to do. Jay appears to be in man after running zone a lot of the first quarter. Taking us a minute to adjust to it. Hoag's going to take off and go. Nice job there by Taylor. She will go to the line. Give a shout out to all you teachers. We had a few teachers out of the building. We had some wrestling going on. Everybody made it to work today. Super cold, no issues. Everybody has a smile on their face, ready to go.
It was a great day. It was cold, obviously. It was a good day. I walked through the high school first and second hour this morning between classes. Don't normally get a chance to do that. Made sure I did that, and it was a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun to see some of the teachers standing out in the hallways interacting with students. Kind of made it nice, All those teachers said hi, and that's nice as somebody that's young and it's their first year here and finally starting to get comfortable almost in a way, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I talked about it last year a lot. It was actually on our T-shirt. We stole the cheers, if you will, Oologah High School, where everybody knows your name. And we did that. My nephew came here, moved here from Texas, and that was something that impressed him. His very first day, his junior year, which was right after spring break, he came home and he was like, Uncle Kevin, every teacher knew my name. And that's just something cool. I think a lot of schools have that, obviously a lot of the smaller schools. But I think that's one of the amazing things about our building, that our teachers take the time and the care, and they truly want to know their students. And that made a big impact on him, and he loved it here.
Yeah. It's a special environment here. And I think all too often we take that for granted in certain situations, but it is super nice to be here and everybody know your name and everybody wants to help everybody in some type of way, which is super nice.
Checking some text messages. That's how I know usually if we're having an issue with the stream. Everything seems to be going good now. Free throw up
good
and
on
in.
our second one here.
Yeah. Jay yet to get on the scoreboard. Jay 3 and 5 on the season, as we mentioned in the pregame. That was a nice move. You know, some nights the bucket just seems like it has a lid on it, and until you break it off, hard to get that first bucket. See if they can draw something up here. Out of bounds under is always dangerous. You should be able to get the shot you want. They're going to get a wide open three. Can't
Going to be off the mark. They're going to get their rebound.
Going to be a jump ball. So what's kicking off? I know some speeches were due today in the Ag Building. What else is kicking off? We're hosting our home show soon.
Yep. February 2nd, 3rd, and 4th. We're
Hopefully
hosting.
It's a little warmer.
Hopefully, but you never know.
You never know.
February 2nd, 3rd, and 4th, we're having the Oologah show, livestock show. Working on speeches, hot and heavy right now. State degrees for our seniors are due soon.
Yeah, I electronically signed a whole mess of those today.
Yeah, I bet you did. Working on proficiency awards, and if you don't know what a proficiency award is and it covers students' SAEs, which is their supervised ag experience, and through that, they have the opportunity to, essentially make money, work, do different things to get to that point. And we basically just make an entire application about what they do, and then make it look real pretty, and then submit it. And try to help those kids out. The winner nowadays wins $1,000, I think. Is what it is right now, but it just continues to grow. Every year it's different. At first, whenever I was a senior, it was $250, and now it just continues to grow. So it's always changing. And we got some kids running for Star Farmer, State Star, which is super big deal. That's pretty much a free trip to college, especially on the ag side.
I don't want to interrupt you. I think the J coach has a legit complaint here. Allie passed it in. It was stolen, and it had an inadvertent buzzer, and they gave us the ball back out underneath to take it in. Not sure what happened there. Allie's going to pull up well off the mark. Mustang's going to have a little bit of pressure here. Yeah, you guys do so much. I forget what the total number was a couple years ago that was awarded at state convention, but it was, I'm wanting to say it was over $100,000 total. Now, we had 2 Star Farmers, I believe it was, which is unusual, and that's a big chunk of it.
That's a huge deal.
I think it was like only the second time, maybe ever in the state's history, that 2 would come from the same school. Some stat like that, because there's like 5 given out. So it was a big deal, but it's a lot of fun and life-changing for some of those kiddos. It is.
It is for sure.
Number 23, Haley Butler at the line. Siva and McKee check back in. Free throw no good. Jay trying to perhaps turn some defense into offense, put a little pressure, and pick up a little full court. Mustangs have been a little stagnant against the defense. We're not moving and passing the ball as well as we could, maybe setting screens. We did much better against the zone offense early on than we're doing currently right now. There's an ill-advised pass there. Oh, big-time collision. Say out of bounds. Ball to Jay. You could have probably called anything there. Out of bounds on either team, a foul on either team. Taylor came down a little wonky on her knee, and then give her a little bit of a rest. Carson Littlepage back in.
Trapped immediately. Goes up.
Calico. Good job by her. She's been perhaps driving a little too deep. Did that against Rejoice a few times. They got a really tall post player and kind of drove into some trouble, but maybe she didn't have to. She did a good job there. Yep, gonna get a walk. Got to keep that pivot foot live.
Just little mistakes here happening so far, but nothing to complain about too much. Up 12-0, 4 minutes left in the second. You know, doing really good passing the ball, some positives to look at. Kind of struggling here in the second quarter to get some shots to go down, but
yeah, we're fortunate. Honestly,
we're fortunate.
We only scored 12 points in a quarter and a half. Normally not going to give you a 12-point lead. Little Page with the foul. It's her second. Going to be ball out. They're not shooting. Jay perhaps thought they were shooting. Deep three. That is good.
Gets one to go.
Free ball by Ashton Glass. 3-12. Mustangs need to get it going. Push the ball a little bit.
That ball should stay here. Yep,
yeah,
stays
fortunate
here
that they couldn't quite corral that pass. By the time she made that pass, the girl wisely on the backside had dropped and got in the passing lane. Pull up, mid-range jumper, good
there
for
it
Seba.
is.
Ooh, that sure looked like a walk. Good job
Awfully
there,
close,
reading the lazy pass.
Good hustle there.
Jay hits the high post. First time they've done that in a while. We've been pretty distinctly in that 1-2-2. Say it should be another jump ball. It'll be Mustang basketball. Jay has been pressing any chance they get. They've had a hard time pressing because if you're not scoring the basketball, you can't set up your press.
Good move there.
Yeah, that's the case. Kind of like we talked about with Calico earlier, driving in on a much bigger player. Nice job by Seba there. Oh, gonna drop a three offline. Seba making the pass from the ground. That was pretty cool.
Seba's playing really, really hard right now. Ball's gonna go to Jay. He goes out of Macy's hands there.
Got to move your feet. Deep two, well off the mark. Mustangs got it, off and running. Nice skip pass. Oh, gonna fire it.
Gets it to go. That's her third one.
That's a good one. Sometimes it's hard to shoot a three from your, in the pass, and that was a really good pass and a good job seeing her by Seba, but the pass was low, just I think the length of the pass.
Mustangs doing a great job playing defense here.
Yeah, being really active with their hands. And I think we talked about the lack of free throw shooting. I think there's been a, they don't come out and say it necessarily, but I think there's been a concerted effort to call fewer fouls. Just seems like it. Like we've played teams, it seems like we've got roughed up a little bit and handsy, and they're allowing a little bit more than that. I know when I was playing, if you put the palm of your hand on the offensive player, it was pretty much an automatic foul.
Pretty much automatic.
You could put the back of your hand on them, one of them, because you don't have as much power there. Obviously, you're just kind of checking them a little bit. Obviously, things change and ball out of bounds to the Mustangs. But I think there's a concerted effort. I don't know if that's pace of play in the games or something like something of that nature. But there's a concerted effort to call less fouls.
I kind of like it. They're kids. You want to let them play just a little bit here. Obviously, you want to keep them safe, but they're kids. You got to let them play, and especially if some of these girls have some aspirations to go to the next level.
Nice block there by
It
Wesley
is going
Key.
to be. It's going to be a little bit rougher.
Yeah, it's definitely going to be physical.
It's gonna be more physical. So,
you talk to officials and you talk to coaches. I think that's I'm going to call that. I think that's some of it too. You go to play some of those bigger schools, And, man, it's a much more physical game. If you ever go watch an extreme version of that, like if you ever go watch the Thunder and get to sit decently close, man, it is brutal in there.
Yeah. Looks like number 15, Hadley Goins, going to the line there.
Yep, we're going to bring in Ava Parker in for Little Page. Little Page drawing her 3rd foul.
Minute 28 left here. Mustangs lead currently 17-3. Gets that one to go for her 2nd free throw.
I'd like to see Callie break deep here. Hogue, they got everyone up in front. If she'd have just broke deep, her speed, we probably shot a layup. Nice skip pass. Calico off the mark. Ava, nice rebound.
That's a great rebound.
Got it stripped from behind. She's getting double teamed there. Mustang's kind of in a delayed press, if you will. Oh.
10 seconds.
Great job. Kind of lost track. You know, you don't see a lot of presses not off a dead ball, and I think that kind of caught them by surprise. They took 3 or 4 seconds to gather themselves and get into their press breaker and got the 10. Credit to the Mustang defense. Going to be off-white. Yep. Mustang's still in like a 1-3-1. Not a real high-pressure press.
Gonna land hard.
You could hear that. Good hustle, though. Just talked about her toughness. She's not afraid to get in there and mix it up. I wouldn't want to mess with her.
She gets angry sometimes.
Sometimes. After most games, she's angry.
I give it to her, though. You know, all of these girls that are on the court right now, they play with pure heart, too. They give it everything they have. Most of these girls are exhausted by the time they're done playing. I will say
yeah.
that.
Like we talked about not being super deep. They put in a lot of time. I will say, in talking to, obviously I have a player on the team, but talking to the players and the coaches, they made a concerted effort on Wednesday to do some running. Nice layup there. Do some extra work, try to keep the shape, get in some better shape. 6 seconds here. Calico trying not to be denied. Oh, I think we're going to get bailed out. We're going to get 3 shots.
3 shots at the buzzer.
Stay on the floor, Ziva. Yeah, we're trying to tell her. There's people in the crowd trying to tell her. She's going to get 3 shots. So he's going to have to tell Mr. Smith and the band. A little bit of confusion. We'll hang tight. But she should get to shoot 3 free throws. Not sure what happened to the lights there. Excuse me. Mr. Jackson, I'm going to leave it to you because I have a young man on the boys team that I tape his ankle. So I'm going to go tape his ankle.
Sounds
Let
great.
you call what should be 3 free throws here. I don't know why our coaches are getting to be in on this discussion. Seems a little wonky, but I'll be right back.
Those of you that might just be joining us, Seba took a shot in the corner at the buzzer, got fouled. Referees called a foul. It looks like we're going into the locker rooms right now for the half, but maybe we're not real sure yet, but maybe we're going to shoot some free throws whenever we come back from the break here. Overall, let's look back at the first half here. Great game so far for the Lady Mustangs. They're being super aggressive on the defensive side of the basketball, playing really good defense, getting a lot of defensive rebounds. But maybe something that's more my favorite speed and more my speed on the side is they're taking a lot of opportunities to get some second chance opportunities on the offensive side of the ball. Getting a lot of offensive rebounds, putting up some shots. That's really good. Held the Bulldogs to 0 points in the first quarter. You don't see that very often in some of these higher-paced, fast-paced basketball games, especially at the high school level. So you look at it here, and you got a lot of positives to look at for the Lady Mustangs as they head into the half, leading 17-6. I think that's going to be it for me for just a minute. We're going to take a break here, and then we'll see you guys soon.
After you joined our family, it was like, I really do feel complete now.
Being prepared is a part of who you are. But it's especially important in the case of a disaster. Be informed about possible emergencies in your area. Make a plan that covers where you go in an emergency. Build a kit with the things you need to survive. There's no one more capable of planning for your situation than you. Start your plan today. Go to ready.gov/myplan.
Did you know dragging chains can spark a wildfire?
Only you can prevent wildfires.
Hey guys, it's me, Isabella Gomez, filling in for Smokey Bear because he's got more to say than just...
Only you can prevent wildfires.
Like, if you're outside enjoying a barbecue, don't let a hamburger distract you from fire safety. Make sure you aren't dumping your hot coals or ashes onto the ground because that could start a wildfire. So take wildfire prevention seriously and let's save the world one day at a time. Juntos con Smokey Bear, podemos hacerlo. Go to smokeybear.com to learn more about wildfire prevention.
If you need to do something to feel okay to drive, you're not okay to drive. Don't drive buzzed.
At Raising Cane's, we're huge football fans, but we're also fans of over 30,000 other partners in the communities we serve. When you order our hand-battered chicken fingers, you're also supporting your hometown. Raising Cane's Chicken Fingers, one love.
There is a road laid out for me.
Boxes everywhere, and this is gonna be Addie's room.
I am blind,
You're really gonna like it.
I hope so. Yeah.
I know this road is there for me. There is a long way.
First night here, but Amy seems cool.
Waist down by the river. I am blind, but I need not see.
I got this.
I know this road is there for me.
Okay.
If I'm really free. Take me down to the river and wash me. Oh,
A water faucet with clean water, a reliable car on a busy day, a faithful dog, and reliable insurance. They're there when you need them. Coach Jason Brown and Chalkline Insurance is your local insurance agent. After 20 years in coaching, Jason is using that work ethic to take care of you and your family. Chalkline Insurance is locally owned by a name you know and backed by an agency with more than 30 years of experience. If you own it, we can insure it. For all your commercial, home, rental, auto, and recreational insurance needs, give Coach Brown a call at 918-789-3848. Chalkline Insurance, your local insurance agent in Oologah, where character creates connection.
It takes less than 1 minute to find out if you may have prediabetes. You can do it here. But you probably won't. You're busy. Kids, work, show coming back in 48 seconds. So let's do this now. Hold up one finger if you're a man, women, 0. 3 more fingers if you're over 60, 2 over 50, 1 over 40. If you're not sure, keep in mind you're sitting on a couch right now, so 1 more finger if you're not very active. 1 finger if yes, 0 if no. 1 yes, 0 no. Next, find the body type that looks most like you and hold up that many fingers while I look around awkwardly. And that's it. If you're holding up 5 fingers or more, you probably have prediabetes. Sorry to be so blunt, but hey, you're busy. Just go to the site.
Family. It's bigger than bloodlines, stronger than DNA. It's the circle we draw around the people that matter, the people we care about and care for, the folks who inspire us, guide us, root for us. Family means finding common ground, rolling up our sleeves, and making our way side by side. Armstrong Bank. Strength runs in our family.
There is a road.
And welcome back here, Mustang fans. Right here, we got 1 minute outside of starting the second half. Here we are. Right before the buzzer, if you missed it, right before the buzzer went off. Kaylee Seba shoots 3, foul gets called. And we up here are still unsure of exactly what's going to happen here.
No,
you know.
I do know. I read lips. One of my abilities. They said she was fouled before the shot, which I'm not sure that was possible. There was like half a second when she got the ball. They said foul before the shot, and there wasn't 5 fouls in the quarter, so that's why she didn't get to shoot 2. They were saying there was no shot, which we all assumed she was fouled on the shot. But nonetheless, 17-6 here. If you are a parent or guardian of an Oologah High School or Oologah Middle School student, you should have received an email today with your child's report card in it. There's a PDF for your child's report card. Instead of mailing it, we did that much more secure, much faster. So hopefully you got that email and enjoyed that. That's a new service that we were able to provide with Wingage. You got an email right to whoever the primary parent or guardian is. If you didn't get one, it means one of 2 things. It means you weren't the primary parent or guardian, or we had about 20 out of 541 that for some reason it either got kicked back from an email or we don't have a good email. So I know Mrs. McGuire was going to work next week of getting a good email for those students. In the meantime, of those kind of 20 students, we will get those mailed out so you get it in hand while we're working to get that email address for you. Switch ends as we do every half. Mustangs will be going right to left. Mustangs still in the 1-2-2 as Jay turns it over. The coach not feeling it, not feeling the weather or that turnover. Jay slowed us down a little more. We were really passing the ball really nice in that first kind of Now we got a little ball just kind of in front of her. Going to be a jump ball, but we were doing a much better job against the zone than we have been against the man. We're just not moving it, not setting good screens. Hopefully we talked about that at half. We can do a little bit better.
All over her, just a little bit, if you will, there. But she was kind of tumbling.
You got to
just
know,
a
like,
smidge there, too.
most of the time in a man, nice three
It's
ball
a three
there.
ball there.
That's the number 10, Kayla Greer. Most of the time on a man-to-man, when you throw it in like that, should go all the way. Nope. That wing person's going to sink off and help, and that's what happened, kind of from the blind side. And they have given Ashton Glass the job of just harassing Charlo, and she has definitely done it. She's a quick little guard. Nice pass, nice cut there.
Yeah, knocks it down.
And you saw that was better movement. Like a lot of times against the man, we just haven't been moving. I'm not sure what strategy's been, but that was nice. Waiting on that backside cutter to come across the high post and then cut down the lane. Have boys wrestling in action. I believe it's the tournament today and tomorrow at Catoosa. Posted some results last weekend. We had a champion in Garrett Salt, and we had several placers. 3-ball, short,
Off the
no
mark.
good.
Tries to get her own rebound. That's good.
That was a good block out by
following
number
her shot.
15, Hadley Goins.
Our girls doing a good job having their hands up right here, trying to stay in it just a little bit. You know, trying to make the floor smaller, if you will. And it worked out there in their favor.
You lose all those passing lanes. I don't know how many turnovers that is tonight, but it seems like a lot. Going to get a sub, number 24, Riley Driscoll for the Bulldogs. Fun fact, if you go to the, I don't know how new it is. It looks new, like new within the last 5-10 years. It's a nice facility, their gym. They have a statue of Tommy the Gun Morrison. He was from J America, heavyweight champion. It's a cool little feature they have in their gym. Another turnover.
A little ill-advised pass there. Taylor gets the rebound there.
Look at the run. We got some girls open deep. I'd like to see some back cutting when you hit that post there, when you hit that high post by Taylor. Looking to get it into him. We got it. Ooh. Nice job getting on the floor. Ooh. Going to be a foul on number 30, Wesley Beatty. Bringing in Calico for Ava. Kind of running a flat little inbounds here. She's going to be wide open. Normally she pulls the trigger there. Fortunate off of Jay to get that ball back. Most things just seem a little kind of lack energy here, and not after that first quarter coming out. I think it was 12-0. Haven't had the same juice.
Good three there by Allie. But I agree. They came out real fast-paced and real tough there in the first quarter, and maybe not so much right now. And not to look at that as a negative, but you know, you would think 12-0 first quarter. We should maybe have some more points than we do right now, especially if they would have kept that same intensity.
Yeah, since then, actually, if you want to do the math, we're trailing 11-10. So credit to Jay. Deep three. Looks good all the way. Oh. Yeah. Taylor's going to get called. You see the hand go down. Anytime the hand goes down, there's any contact, they're going to call a foul. First free throw, nothing but net for Wesley Beatty. Mustangs need to kick it in gear here. We got a quarter and a half, up 10. Not doing anything particularly well right now. Second free throw up and in for Beatty. They show a one-man press. I don't know if that's miscommunication or just her giving some effort.
She wants whoever has the ball.
Three by Hogue. Looked good.
Off
Now,
the
good
mark.
job by McKee.
Good second chance opportunity there and gets the basket to go in.
Mustang's going to press a little bit. Jay a little discombobulated. Don't reach, girls. Don't reach. Yep. Oh. A little bit of confusion here, but it's going to stay with Jay. I'd like to see the Mustangs crank it up a little bit on defense, maybe turn some defense into offense, you know what I mean? Get a couple easy baskets.
Just get stuffed there.
Going to be a foul. Staying on the floor. Going to be on Seba. Again, appreciate show engineer Jason Streeter and cameraman for the day, Nate Osborne. Had to call Nate out of ag class today to had a camera question when I was setting everything up. He's the resident camera expert as far as cables. Just kind of sloppy right now by both teams.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of in a dangerous, I mean, we're up 11, but in a dangerous situation. They hit a couple shots, gets close. We need to hit a couple shots, put it, you know, into that 17, 18-point range. We just haven't been able to do that. Another jump ball. Going to stay here.
You know, not a lot of times went off the clock either.
No.
Here, a lot of
inbounds. Whistles. Whether it's fouls or just straight turnovers or jump balls, a lot of whistles. Tried to dump it down.
Mustangs get the ball back, pushing down the floor. He was going to go for a layup. Gets it.
Tough layup there. Good. Mustangs going to try to turn some defense into offense here, hopefully. Seba's got to be careful. She's trying to kind of play safety and read the ball, but she can't leave that backside there. Don't reach. Good pressure by Hogue. Good to get out of, stepped out of bounds. A long throw into Calico. Oh. It was a good idea, but it was just about a step too late. She probably doesn't need to take that dribble. She gets her head up and sees Taylor right there, pinned her girl. That would have been a nice look.
Fortunately, ball stays here with us. Let's see if we can get something going here. Get some more points on the board. Just barely off the mark. Good rebound there by
gets the
Taylor.
rebound, but locked up. It's getting kind of testy by both teams. Left-handed layup up and in.
I wouldn't be so sure that may not have been a carry there.
It looked a little wonky, but they let a lot of carries go on, so it's kind of hard.
Yeah.
See a lot of it now. What they say is if you're not like kind of attacking the basket and using it as your advantage, they're kind of not going to call it. If you're just kind of by yourself, but if you're using it to try to bait the defender to like you're picking the ball up, they will call it. 2 free throws by Hadley Goins. First one no good.
Checking in for Oologah. We got Carson Littlepage and Avalon Hill coming in for Taylor here and Callie. And then looks like number 20 Zoe Robertson checked in for the Lady Bulldogs here.
No free throw, but no block out. Yep, out of bounds off of Oologah.
Fighting for the ball and just kind of flailing around on the court trying to get to it. Our feet just ended up in the wrong place at the wrong time.
Sweeney going to get a timeout. We'll take 30 seconds. We'll stay here. He points to the shoulders. That was a good job by Jay. It's weird. When I played like out of bounds under your own basket was an opportunity. You tried to shoot a layup. Everyone had like a play they called box, and you try to get a corner 3. I think we still have that, but not a lot of teams do a lot under the basket. That was a chance there where Jay drew something up, and they shot a wide open layup. If you're running a man-to-man or even a zone, and if you can set one good screen under your own basket, you're going to shoot a layup, and that's exactly what happened there.
Yeah, it is dangerous. You want to look at it in that way of trying to figure out, okay, what's going to work best for us to get points right here, right now. And we've had a few good inbound plays off right out from underneath the basket, and we've had a few that just haven't worked out to our success tonight as well. Looking to press the court here. Really good decoy there.
Nice pass, Littlepage high off the glass. Yep, call timeout. They were creeping ever so close to that 10-second count. He's going to take a 30-second score, 30-15. Mustangs. Talk to Coach Sweeney. Hoping to get him up here after the game. Say a few words. Got any plans over the long weekend?
We're kind of planning on right now, as it stands. We are going to go show some livestock this weekend on Sunday. But
where at?
In Pawhuska. But I'm starting to look at the weather, and I'm not real sure.
They got a heated barn, I hope?
Yeah, except for they don't have any pins. So we'd have to be off of our trailer. So I'm starting to think, is it really worth it? Is it really worth trying to get some of our animals sick and then try to nurse them back to health?
So you get them sick, and then you're...
that if I don't do that, if we don't go show with some of the kids this weekend, then I would just expect to maybe enjoy a little bit of a weekend, just a little bit, and maybe not do much. Watch some football, watch lots of football.
They're going to call a charge. I'm not sure she was set, but I think that's one of those where they're going to say she was out of control, kind of lowered her shoulder. Usually they'll give the offensive player the benefit of the doubt there. Coach Sweeney asking for a little bit of an explanation. He shakes his head in agreement.
Speaking of football, we got some very, very unexpected news in the college football world not too long ago.
Kind of all over. You have some kind of all-time great coaches that aren't no longer doing it.
Yeah.
You're talking about Nick Saban, probably, at least in the discussion, top 2 or 3 if you want to argue, greatest college coach of all time.
Oh, I fully believe.
NFL.
Bill Belichick.
Belichick won more Super Bowls, so that's got to be the metrics for the best coach of all time. You got Pete Carroll, probably one of the best to do it both ways in college and NFL. Won a Super Bowl, won
You
a
know,
national title.
I suspect Pete Carroll to stick around with the Seahawks organization, though, in some way.
I don't know. The way he talked, and I think he kind of wants to, as Calico goes to the line, it sounded like he wasn't. I think he's 72, but he's a young 72 looking. I mean, he looks active and vibrant. I think I got the impression if he could get another a head coaching job that he would be all about it.
Yeah.
That's the feel I took from the press conference. He was super classy, obviously. It did sound like it wasn't necessarily his idea, but he was super classy. Definitely seems like a true professional when he's on the mic.
Absolutely. And, you know, speaking of true professionals, Nick Saban, you know, I think currently, in my time, he is, for me, the greatest college coach of all time. And he did it the right way. And, you know, he came out and left on his terms, the way he wanted to.
Yeah, he did a good job. I think with the changing landscape, obviously, I don't want to misspeak how many national championships, 6?
7. 6 with Alabama, 1 with LSU.
Yeah, so there you go. So I knew it was at LSU or at Alabama. It was 6 in, like, I don't know how many years, but you know, the NIL and all the transfer thing. I think. I mean, Georgia seems the most set up to go on like a big time run. They obviously won 2 in a row. We're right there this year, but with the NIL and the transfer portal, I think it's going to be hard. It's kind of like when they went to a true salary cap. And I think it's going to be hard to do that again.
Yeah.
The
game's changed.
Just talking to coaches and you look around it, if you're kind of, I mean, even if you're a really good player or you're maybe kind of a player like at OU, maybe you're second string, there's more money with the NIL now. And they say, you know, it's supposed to be for name and image likeness, but the vast majority of it is just donors paying kids, right?
Yep.
There's more money in being a free agent and leaving than there is staying. And so you're seeing so much of that. And I kind of hate it. You don't see a player that's out of school for, you know, 2, 3, 4 years a lot.
Gets it to go there.
Anyway, it is in the third quarter. It's 33-15. We'll take a quick break. We'll be right back with the fourth quarter after this.
A water faucet with clean water, a reliable car on a busy day, a faithful dog, and reliable insurance. They're there when you need them. Coach Jason Brown and Chalkline Insurance is your local insurance agent. After 20 years in coaching, Jason is using that work ethic to take care of you and your family. Chalkline Insurance is locally owned by a name you know and backed by an agency with more than 30 years of experience. If you own it, we can insure it. For all your commercial, home, rental, auto, and recreational insurance needs, give Coach Brown a call at 918-789-3848. Chalkline Insurance, your local insurance agent in Oologah, where character creates connection.
All right, we're back. Some great sounds of the jazz band. Always enjoy going in there on fourth hour right before lunch, listening. They're super talented. A lot of those kids play multiple instruments. I've said it before, but I think Mr. Smith can play every instrument in the band room. He is super talented.
I love listening to a good band. And this is one of them.
They're good.
Mustangs lead at 33-15. Here we are starting the fourth quarter. See if he gets a steal. Gets it up the alley. Loses the ball. Loses a little control. Needs to slow it down just a little bit here.
Yeah, we have these stretches where we kind of get frantic for no reason. Through there by Hill, off the mark. Got this kind of lead. There's definitely no reason to be in a hurry or take anything but great shots. Over the top there. Save back into her own player. Coach Sweeney yelling at them to slow it down. Fortunate there, be a turnover. About a 5-second call. I feel like they were trying to deep three by Calico, finds the bottom of the net. I think they were trying to set up Avalon Hill on that inbounds play and just couldn't quite get it to her. Gonna maybe get her an easy bucket. Pass too high. Hogue gonna check in for Hill.
Another three, still off the mark though. Fighting hard for the ball. Ends up in Jay's hands.
Mustangs continuing kind of a soft press. Allie's going to get the steal, although it's stolen right back.
Kind of an accidental steal. She just kind of had her hands up.
A lot of contact going on right now in the game.
Tries the reverse.
Yeah.
Just barely misses it.
It's so uncool now to, like, if you get blocked, I like to people just go up strong with your strong hand. To get a piece of it, they're going to have to go through your body. You're going to end up at the free throw line most of the time. Good job by Calico coming in because Jay was getting ready to secure the rebound. That will be Oologah Mustang basketball. Taylor checking back in after an extended break. Good catch there. Yeah. Oh, they're gonna call it out of bounds. That's one of those examples when you're up 20. It's probably ill-advised chance there. Good job getting on the floor.
All over the floor.
They call it jump ball. That's what you like to see. Multiple people getting on the floor for the basketball. Ball will go to the Bulldogs.
Jay's coach questioning the referee here just a little bit.
He at least wanted an explanation. He's going to call a timeout. It's going to be a full timeout. We'll take a quick one as well. We'll be right back with more. 5:28 left here in Oologah.
It takes less than 1 minute to find out if you may have prediabetes. You can do it here. But I get it, you're busy, and busy people can't have prediabetes. I read that wrong. They can, okay? Just go to the site.
All right, we're back. 5:28 remaining here. Mustangs have a 21-point lead. You'd like to think that's comfortable, but with the 3 ball, anything can happen.
See if he gets a steal. She's going to take a breakaway right here. Just lays it in. Extending the lead.
Jay trying to make a lot of over-the-top passes. You got players jumping into close proximity. Those kind of soft passes. Going to be 2 shots there. Foul's going to be on McKee.
Check that. Going to be on Charlo.
Never called on the floor.
Yes. Parker Hill and Little Page all checking in here for the Mustangs.
3 ball off the glass. Thought that was going in.
Little Page with the rebound. Long, strong pass across the court. Get it back to her. Backdoor. Taylor with the second chance points right there. That's what you love to see. Staying aggressive on the offensive side of the ball. Go back to the Mustangs. Tatum Wells.
Tatum Wells checking in. Another ad kiddo.
Another one.
A lot of our ad kiddos do a lot of things.
We got 4 of them on the court right now. Oh, stay with us.
Wide. I don't know about that. I think that's one of those. That's why you don't get too mad at one of those you don't think was your ball, because
they might help you out later.
Yeah, I think it all averages out in the end, right? It all comes out in the wash.
You'd like to hope so.
Little Page for 3.
Ooh. Off the mark.
Should be backcourt. Yep.
Both seniors on the court right now. Miles handling the ball.
Good job by Evelyn to come back to the ball there.
Looked like Coach Sweeney was going to shoot it from there.
I don't know if I've ever seen Coach Sweeney shoot a basketball. That would have been fun. Mustang's been predominantly in a 1-2-2 zone. Another 3 ball. It's number 5, Amory Davis for Jay.
A lot of bodies on the court there.
A lot of bodies. A lot of subs in for both teams. You see the ball not being as clean as perhaps you'd like. Another 3 ball.
Little Page gets the rebound.
That's a good rebound. Way to keep the ball high, not panic. Dump it into Taylor. She's going to go up with it. Oh.
Gets her own rebound. Parker gets one to drop here on senior night.
Ava shoots a high percentage from the elbow. Like she just does. She makes it. Callie talks about it all the time. She makes that shot. Just catch and shoots it like No
It's a
big
favorite
deal.
spot. Everybody has their favorite spot on the court.
Yeah, the elbow is something we always worked on. Maybe that's something they work on, but she's really good at that shot.
Puts the Mustangs up by 24 here with 1:40 left to go.
Three ball. Boom.
Gets it to roll.
Number 24,
in.
Riley Driscoll. Got a buzzer there. That's one of those courtesy buzzers to get a sub in.
Key's going to check out, and Aubrey Krausen going to check in.
Yep. Every Mustang getting to play tonight.
You know, and that's good. You know, sometimes you love, you know, you hate that it's not super competitive, but sometimes you love being able to get up on a team like this to let all your kids get a chance to play.
For sure.
Because it doesn't happen throughout the season a lot. You know, you get in some of them competitive games, and you got to play the people that are gonna
block
hopefully
there
lead
by
you to victory. You know,
Ava.
So
next week,
nice.
talk about where we're headed. We are playing in the prior tournament again. We play on. It's a Thursday, Friday. Deep three there. Let it go. Let it go. Let it go. Yeah. A couple things there she'll learn. You got to let that ball go, and 2, you never save it under your own basket.
Never.
If
She's
anything,
young.
you chunk it down to the other end of the floor, but you never save it in your own basket.
Young.
But we're in the prior tournament. We open up, I believe, with Skytook at 7 p.m. on Thursday in prior. So I believe it's the 4 or 5 seed game. But that's as much as I know. I haven't seen the bracket. I think Coach Sweeney told me that in the hallway, but I don't know when the boys play. We'll try to get a hold of that bracket. Of course, we'll post it on our social media, but it's a Thursday, Friday, Saturday. You see that a lot. You didn't see that as much when I was in school. You see that a lot, trying to prepare you for those playoff runs. If you go to state, you're going to play 3 games in 3 days, so might as well get a taste of it. 23 seconds here. And that'll do it here.
The game. That's the game.
That's the game. 42-21. Probably not our best effort, but we enjoyed bringing the action. Get to hear the fight song. We're going to let the fight song take us out. I'm going to take a break. We'll be back right before the boys' game. We'll talk about starters and keys to the game.
Did you know dragging chains can spark a wildfire?
Only you can prevent wildfires.
Hey guys, it's me, Isabella Gomez, filling in for Smokey Bear because he's got more to say than just.
Only you can prevent wildfires.
Like, if you're outside enjoying a barbecue, don't let a hamburger distract you from fire safety. Make sure you aren't dumping your hot coals or ashes onto the ground because that could start a wildfire. So take wildfire prevention seriously and let's save the world one day at a time. Juntos con Smokey Bear, podemos hacerlo. Go to smokeybear.com to learn more about wildfire prevention.
If you need to do something to feel okay to drive, you're not okay to drive. Don't drive buzzed.
At Raising Cane's, we're huge football fans, but we're also fans of over 30,000 other partners in the communities we serve. When you order our hand-battered chicken fingers, you're also supporting your hometown. Raising Cane's Chicken Fingers, one love.
All right, Mustang fans, just about set to tip off here in boys action. Excited to see our boys in action. Boys had a really good home tournament. Won 2 of 3 games. Ended up getting 3rd place. Went to Sequoia. I believe Sequoia was ranked number 11 in 3A. It was a rough night for the Mustangs, looking to get back on track here. Start looking at overall records. The Oologah Mustang boys basketball program is currently 6-4, if you trust Max Preps. And the J Bulldogs are 5-7. So we always have a good spirited competition with Jay. They always play hard. Seems like we've played a lot of close games with them over the last few years. As we get set here to get the starting lineups for both teams. A little delay at the scores table. If you're just joining us, the girls doubled up the Lady Bulldogs 42-21 here on senior night. Had a little technical difficulty after senior night, sometime in to warm-ups. We had to restart the stream, but you can still catch that on the YouTube channel.
At guard, 5'7" freshman number 3, Stone Taylor.
Started for Jay, Stone Taylor. Number 4, Jaden Jones, the junior. Brady Rutherford. And number 14, Justice Neva. And their man in the middle, number 35, Braden Jumper. What a great basketball name. Braden Jumper. That's a legit name. All right, starting for the Mustangs, number 1, Aiden Gaines. Number 5, Caleb Brown. Caleb does a lot of the work in the middle. Hustles a lot, rebounds. Number 11, senior Jaden Henry. Played really well this year. Number 22, Jaden Tanner does a lot of the hustle plays as well, plays hard. And our other senior, number 20, Eli Despain. I'm joined right now by Coach Sweeney. I told you he was going to be coming up to share some thoughts. Coach Sweeney.
Sorry, I was a little late again.
No, you were perfect. You were perfect. Let us take a break, too. Just give us some thoughts on the game. It's always nice to get a win on senior night. Got to clear the bench, play everybody.
It was a good night. Started off really slow tonight, but we got things rolling 3rd quarter. We had a good talk at halftime about not just throwing it up there, but shooting the ball. Yeah. And we focused on that and went 7 for 10 in the 3rd quarter. So that really pulled us away and helped us out.
Yeah, 3rd quarter was nice. It just seemed like we kind of hovered along that 10-point. We never could just break away like we finally did. I thought in the 1st quarter they came out in a zone. I felt like we moved the ball probably better than we have in quite a while. We were really moving the ball and being patient and finding the open person. And then they kind of switched to a man and just, for whatever reason, put us in a little bit of funk. But credit to you at halftime, talking the girls through it, and it came out and really was never a contest after about halfway through that 3rd quarter. So I mentioned it, just forecasting next week, and I'm going off. I can't remember if you told me or Callie told me we play Thursday at 7.
Yes, sir.
At Pryor, and
yes.
we play Skytook, right?
Yes.
Okay, so definitely encourage everyone to get out and wish you luck there. And then she mentioned, I think that's the 4-5 game. So if we win that, we'll probably get the 1 seed. Is that correct? Is that Locust?
It'll be Locust Grove, yes.
So we'd like to get another shot at them with a full roster. But good job tonight. Appreciate you hustling up here.
Girls played hard tonight. The seniors, I was very proud of them. They did a great job tonight.
Yeah, it's nice having Taylor back, having another player on the bench. Ava did a good job. I mentioned I don't know what her shooting percentage is from the elbow, but it seems high. It seems like she makes a really high percentage of those elbow shots.
That is her shot, yes.
Happy for her. And appreciate you and Coach Hotfeld, and appreciate you hustling up here.
All right.
All right, enjoy your weekend.
Have a good night.
Yep. 3 ball by Henry, I think is who it was. I caught off the corner of my eye. Appreciate Coach Sweeney joining us. Mustangs, like the Lady Mustangs, opening up kind of a 1-2-2 zone. Jay being pretty patient. Jay kind of running a full. Ooh, that was going to be a nice find. Jumper hits the rim with the ball. Kind of bad luck or misfortune. Passed it off the rim. I was getting ready to say they didn't really have an inside presence. They were just kind of running someone on the low block. There was no one in kind of the high post you'd like to hit there against that 1-2-2. Unified Despain drives down the middle. Despain got off. Yeah, it's a bad foul by Brown. 90 feet from the basket. Despain got off to an incredible start at Sequoia. I think he, something like our first 11 points. Helped us stay close because Sequoia is loaded.
Jumpers off. Rebound by Henry.
Yeah, going to get him a hand check by Jumper there. Kind of be sneaky there. He had him kind of low on the hip. A lot of times they won't call that if you keep that contact low, try to slow him down in that way.
Spain's basket rolls right in there.
Spain's got kind of an old school game. He does a good job in that mid-range. You don't see that a ton. Josh Garrison did a good job of that a few years back for the Mustangs. Talked about that with Ava, being able to hit that elbow shot there. Nice tough drive. A lot of contact, letting them play. Good offensive rebound there by perhaps the shortest guy on the floor, number 3, Stone Taylor, but ultimately Mustangs able to get the ball.
Whew. Strong pass, just unfortunately off the mark just a little bit there.
See a lot of those kind of one-arm passes. Typically not the greatest idea. Just don't quite have as much control.
Three taken. Three made by Braden Jumper.
A jumper by Jumper. I'm telling you, that's the greatest basketball name I've ever heard in high school basketball. And for him to hit out a 3 in the first quarter kind of made my night, unfortunately, for the Mustangs. Hopefully that's his last one for us. But, you know, you get those Sports Center lists where you get, like, all-time names. He's on the list.
He's on it.
Oh.
Would have been a pretty pass, just unfortunately off the mark. Just a smidge. Mustang's kind of going a little fast-paced right here. I'd like to see him slow it down just a little bit. Try to play a little bit under control a little bit more. Put up some more high percentage shots. I think that would change the game a lot.
Credit to Jay. They've shown a lot of patience tonight. Jumper. Oh, you don't see that much with the net like that. They usually stop the game and fix the net. Tried to run a set play there. Wasn't there. Jay did a good job of kind of checking Despain. 3 ball by Jaden Tanner. That was better, like you talked about. It was a deep shot, but he was wide open. We moved the ball. Weren't in a rush. Gonna get a foul on Despain there. Jay gonna substitute here. Yep, foul's on Eli. Should be his first. Second team foul. Remember, new this year, 5 team fouls in a quarter get you 2 free throws. There's no more 1-on-1. It's 5 per quarter. I don't think either team got there in girls action.
Nope. Fairly clean game almost. Or either that or just the whistle wasn't being blown. JT almost ran over the referee right there in the corner.
Yeah, if you've ever been here, there's not a lot of room on our sidelines. Right where he was, there was a stair. There's just not a lot of room for the officials or really anybody that's going to the concession to get by.
Spain drives.
He kind of surprised Brown there with the pass.
I think the basketball went to that exact same spot in the girls' game.
What's the probability of that?
Probably 1 in a million, really.
It's a glitch in the matrix.
Yeah.
Mustangs run their motion offense. Deep three there. Looked good the whole
the
way.
mark.
Good rebound by Spain. I'd like to see him get that rebound in traffic. You don't want to try to dribble. You want to keep that up above your waist. Especially like we talked about this increased emphasis of probably not calling some of those. And so you're able to use your hands a lot this year, it seems like. Nice bucket by number 23, Zane Henderson. Oologah 8, Bulldogs 7 early here in the first quarter. JT going to take another one, rattles in and out. Look good. Boom. Number 4, Jaden Jones for 3. Deep corner.
The Bulldogs like the 3-ball right now.
Yeah, they're going to shoot it at a high rate. Mustangs on a dry spell. That's where you perhaps like to see one of your seniors get a look here and try to get you going. Spain's going to take it to the hole. That's what. Oh, rattled in and out. Coming into the game, number 24, Reed Barron. A little more height at the top of that 1-2-2. Little runner.
Rolls in there.
That ball hit I feel like it hit the rim below the equator and just had that top spin, just kind of went over. If you've ever been here, we have the softest rims in the history of the world, so.
Jumper by to Spain, and it drops there for us. Puts us down by 2 here with a minute left.
Out of bounds.
It goes out of bounds. Mustangs will get the ball back here.
Checking the game, number 15, Ethan Hadley. He's been an addition. Moved into the district a few weeks before Christmas break. Got some playing time. Always wears the bright green shoes. I was told those are Grinches.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Holiday shoes that Nike came out with a few years ago, and they're still very, very popular. I mean, you can see, if you can't see it on the live stream, they're bright green with red shoelaces.
Nice pass there by Jaden Henry. 2-point basket by Barron. (12-12) here, 25 seconds. Be interested to see if Jay is patient and goes for the last shot. You'd like to think they would. Just as a former coach, you'd like to think they would. That way you get a chance to go into the, the goal is to go into the quarter either tied or up, right? You can't be behind if you have the ball at the end. Mustangs doing their best to force a turnover. He's going to take a deep 3. No good. And we'll start the second quarter just like we started the first, tied. It would be 12-12. Take a quick break. Be right back.
Family. It's bigger than bloodlines, stronger than DNA. It's the circle we draw around the people that matter, the people we care about and care for, the folks who inspire us, guide us, root for us. Family means finding common ground, rolling up our sleeves, and making our way side by side. Armstrong Bank. Strength runs in our family.
All right, I'm back. Again, I'm joined tonight. Appreciate Mr. Jackson joining us. Give me somebody to talk to up here.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun.
Yeah, it's always fun when you win, too. Mm-hmm. No JV game tonight, so just varsity action. Hopefully we can end the night 2-0. Mustang's going to stay in that 1-2-2 look. Both the boys and girls team, I mean, they'll run some other things, but predominantly his own defensive team. Nice ball fake there. Kind of a wild shot, though. Hadley tips it to Barron. Looking to push. He's going to pull it back out. No numbers. No one's guarding him. Oh, gets it stripped from behind. Oh, it looked like fortunate break there. It looked like it was off our foot.
Yeah.
It's one of those. We'll take it then.
Jay Coach a little unsure of that call, but he's not arguing it. He
wasn't.
He just wanted some clarification. You know, he just wanted some clarification.
Let me ask you a question as I see some patrons walk in the door. Have you had our ice cream yet?
I haven't.
Oh, what?
Nobody's ever brought me a cup.
People come to the games to get our ice cream.
Yeah, I haven't had it yet.
It's good.
I had to give me a cup.
Just the mix it is and the machine we use it is really good.
You know, my plan was to get some during the Oologah tournament.
Yeah.
And then I ended up at the announcer's box the entire time, pretty much. So I didn't quite get any. I definitely am interested in trying some, though.
I was at Jay. They're doing some construction at their school. Built them a nice new football stadium kind of on the highway to the east of the high school there. And the gym seems, like I said, relatively new, perhaps in the last 10, 12 years.
I wonder if our student section is building it because they're construction workers tonight.
Perhaps. Perhaps.
Jay really looking for the 3-ball tonight, almost in a way. Not really wanting to push it inside.
Well, some of that might be by design on our part, too. Obviously, I don't scout them like the coaches do, but just the way we're running our zone, kind of a heavy inside the arc, might be something we're wanting them to do. Now, tonight, on the few they've taken, they've shot a high percentage, so that's the first time I've really seen them hit the high post and do the give and go, which is what you kind of want to do against that umbrella 1-2-2. So credit to Jay and the coaches to figure that out. It might be one of those situations where we switch out of it for a few possessions and kind of disrupt that. Nice, tough drive by Tanner. Got to go to the line for 2 shots. First one in and out. Second one off the front iron. Jumper with the rebound.
You're just able to join us, coming in late, just now being able to get on the live. The Oologah Lady Mustangs were able to secure the 19-point victory against the J Lady Bulldogs. Super strong defensively, made a lot of good shots. Lots of offensive rebounds and second chance points for the girls. Here we are in the boys' game. Bulldogs up 16-14. Mustangs drive. Brady Despain there. Eli Despain. Sorry. Eli drives, gets the bucket. And
if you're watching and you haven't done so, like the stream, follow the stream. You're going to get an email. Good gravy. You're going to get an alert to your device, whether it's your phone or your TV, if you have YouTube on your TV, when we go live. Like today, With senior night, it was like something like, hey, let's try to make this happen. Obviously, we need like Jason Streeter here. We need a cameraman. It takes a lot more than just you or I. They do the hard part.
Oh, yeah.
Able to do it. But if you follow our YouTube channel, you get an update. And it's simple. Pops up on your phone. Hey, they're live. You can jump in. Maybe it's something you don't want to watch. Maybe you're busy. Takes you less than a second to swipe off. But if you are in for the night, which I hope you are because it's freezing cold outside, you're able to watch a little Mustang action. I know we got the Rose Invitational. If you're unfamiliar with that, we have an Olympic swimming pool. We have a good swim team. Coach Baden and Coach Barnes do a really, really good job.
Good basket there by
We're going to try to broadcast the Rose Invitational. It's 2 weeks from tomorrow. I don't know what you're doing, but it's a lot of fun. If you've never went to a swim meet, it's really fast-paced. It's a lot of fun. We've done it before. I think we've broadcast the Rose Invitational a couple of times. It's a little different. We do it from the far end of the pool, so the pool's 25 meters. So it's a 50-meter down and back. We'll do it from Coach Barnes' office.
Second chance.
And just the way the cameras are, it's a little different, but it's a lot of fun. Do a little bit of everything. Yeah, like Jason was just saying in my ear, we did football, obviously. We do as much basketball as we can. Do some swimming. Try to do some baseball. Try to do some soccer. Soccer is easy in a sense of is you just set it up like baseball. To me, what's hard is softball and baseball. We haven't figured it out. So if we broadcast up in the nest, so to speak, well, that's where they're calling the game and that's where they're doing the scoreboard. So obviously they would hear us talking. We would hear them talking. That wouldn't be ideal. So I'm not sure how to get that done. We almost need like a flatbed trailer out in center field that we kind of set up on. But it definitely, and then you don't get, what do you do with the camera? So we just need to figure that out. But I would like to do it very much. I think it'd be fun. Now, a lot of the times we have new technology. If you're unfamiliar, Huddle camera, HUDL. We have one in here. A lot of if we're not going to truly broadcast the game, the coaches or Mr. Dixon can flip that camera on, and it'll broadcast with just crowd noise. But you can watch the action, and by magic, really, the camera follows the ball.
Yes.
It does it in football. It does it in soccer. It does it in basketball. I don't know how it does it, but it's a really cool addition. It really helps the coaches. So for someone like myself, when I coach,
shot there.
That was a tough shot. I had to watch the film and stat and all that. Huddle stats for you. That's really the purpose of the camera. You don't buy it necessarily to stream off of, but you can. It's a really cool piece of technology. The coaches obviously have an account. The kids all have a Huddle account. They get live stats. It's usually like 6 to 12 hours after the game. The stats go live. They can see, how many rebounds they had, how many turnovers they had, what was their shooting percentage, what was their plus minus. Plus minus to me is a really cool stat you didn't hear a lot about when I was younger, but it's essentially like when you were on the floor, did you score more points than the other team? And so if you're like a +4, that means maybe you played 10 minutes that game. In the 10 minutes you were on the floor, you outscored the other team by 4 points. So to me, that's a really important stat, right? Because that's the bottom line. Like shooting percentage, rebound, all those things matter. And all those things obviously are going to add into the plus minus. But to me, plus minus is a big time stat. When you're on the and I think when you look at someone like Caleb Brown, who definitely not our high scorer, just a guy that does a lot of rebounds, a lot of steals, lots of blocks, extends possessions. He's going to excel in a plus minus stat where he's not going to blow you off the charts, perhaps in like a points per game stat.
Right.
Definitely
right.
a kid you want on the floor, though.
Well, we talked about this last time I was able to be on the stream here with you guys.
There's an example right there.
Right there, yeah, exactly. He plays hard, and he plays fast-paced.
And a lot of times you could see he was trailing the play. You could see Jaden Henry was going to be open and probably pull that shot. You want him to pull that shot and shoot that shot. And he's a good shooter. But not taking it for granted that he was going to make it, not taking it for granted, hey, they're not going to pass me the ball. Gets down the floor, gets on the block, gets a rebound, puts it up. Kind of an offensive push-off, looked like. Good job there. Defense into offense always makes you feel good. Mustangs with a 3-point lead here. Deep three, rattles in and out.
Brown
with
gets the rebound. Caleb Brown gets the rebound.
Brown, yeah. We got
his brother
Lane Brown
is
on the
out
floor.
there as well. Twins,
Yep.
correct?
They are.
Yeah, you would never know. Spain and Tanner coming in. I'm going to give Jaden Henry and Caleb Brown a little bit of a breather here. Two fast-paced players.
Yeah.
Probably out of breath just a little bit. Need a break.
High energy players. Always good to give them a little. Sometimes just a nice bucket there by.
That's a bucket. Yep.
A 1 or 2 minute break can mean all the world to you.
Looks like they may get just a smidge longer than that too. This time's kind of winding down here in the first half.
Wild up and in shot. Mustangs with the ball, looking to push. Finds Despain in the corner.
Great shot. He knew it was going in the whole time. You can see it on his face.
Sometimes you just know when you release it. You just know.
And
conversely, sometimes you just know you didn't make it.
Yeah, sometimes.
It comes off your hand weird.
Let's give credit there to Aiden Gaines. It was a great pass. Found the outlet there and kicked it out to Despain. He was wide open.
They call an offensive foul there.
Ball never made it on the court, and they called the offensive foul.
Yeah, Lane was all over him there. Eli did a good job. That we worked on like a fast break. A lot of times you see there's 8 seconds left. We'll let it play out, but Mustang's able to go on a run here. We were trailing, and that's a tough shot. We're currently on about an 8 or 9-0 run. 0.6 seconds, but a lot of times in fast break we would work on that. It's not willy-nilly. You're not just running the floor aimlessly. Oh, wow.
Ooh,
that was
got awfully close there.
That was a better attempt than perhaps I thought with 0.6 seconds. But on a fast break, you have spots. And a lot of times you have someone on both sides of the floor that's going to go that deep corner. Because a lot of times the defense, when you are countering a fast breaking, they're going to go back and get in the paint, right? So you want to get guys open. Spain did a good job. Aiden did a good job finding him. Oologah Mustangs 31. J Bulldogs 23. We're going to take a little bit of a break. We'll be right back. There's 9:46 left here at halftime. We'll be right back with a couple minutes left in the half.
Did you know dragging chains can spark a wildfire?
Only you can prevent wildfires.
Hey guys, it's me, Isabella Gomez, filling in for Smokey Bear because he's got more to say than just.
Only you can prevent wildfires.
Like, if you're outside enjoying a barbecue, don't let a hamburger distract you from fire safety. Make sure you aren't dumping your hot coals or ashes onto the ground because that could start a wildfire. So take wildfire prevention seriously and let's save the world one day at a time. Juntos con Smokey Bear, podemos hacerlo. Go to smokeybear.com to learn more about wildfire prevention.
If you need to do something to feel okay to drive, you're not okay to drive. Don't drive buzzed.
At Raising Cane's, we're huge football fans, but we're also fans of over 30,000 other partners in the communities we serve. When you order our hand-battered chicken fingers, you're also supporting your hometown. Raising Cane's Chicken Fingers, one love.
When it comes to making plans, you are the best. The same way you plan each detail for those moments, start planning to protect you and your loved ones from a natural disaster. Protecting your family is the best plan you can make. When it comes to making plans, you are the best. The same way you plan each detail for those moments, start planning to protect you and your loved ones from a natural disaster. Protecting your family is the best plan you can make.
If you need to do something to feel okay to drive, you're not okay to drive. Don't drive buzzed.
Life doesn't always give you time to change the outcome. Prediabetes does. With early diagnosis, prediabetes can be reversed. Take the 1-minute prediabetes risk test today. Go to doihaveprediabetes.org.
There is a road laid out for me.
First night here, but Amy seems cool.
Leading down to the river. I am blind, but I need not see.
What do you think?
I know this road is there for me. If I'm really free, take me down to the river and walk.
Owen, when you came into my life, it was a whirlwind.
I just can't do it.
We didn't know what the future would hold, but we knew you would always be a part of it. Adopting you was the best decision in our life. And I am so proud to call you my son. Adopting you was the best decision in our life. And I am so proud to call you my son.
Mr. Jackson, is this Rocky song?
It is.
Rocky 2?
Yeah,
Rocky 1?
it
Yeah,
is.
it's a Rocky song. Sometimes it sounds a little different.
It's the
All right.
final countdown.
Oh,
What that
Final
was.
Countdown. Saw Tommy Gunn? Yeah, I got Rocky on the mind. So hit me with it. You finally had some ice cream. Rate it 1 to 10. What you got the twist, right?
I did get the twist.
Got the twist.
Yep. Okay, so I can finally stop talking about it. Now I'm about it.
It's delicious.
That's a 9.5 out of 10
Yeah.
for sure. You know,
That's a good score. Ooh.
it's a good score. It was, it's like soft serve.
It's the right temperature. So my family makes fun of me. I microwave my ice cream just at 8 seconds. Proven study. Ice cream tastes better. Your taste buds can taste it when it's not truly solid frozen.
Well, I don't know about
if you're
anybody
laughing at
else
me at home right now
on the stream, but
maybe not.
I taste it just fine when it's right out the freezer. So I
maybe
don't know.
not tonight because it's literally 2 degrees outside. But next time you have some ice cream, get you a couple scoops, put it in the microwave for about 8 seconds. You'll thank me later.
I don't know about it.
Thank me later.
I don't know about it.
Money back guarantee. Oh, nice steal.
Nice steal. Lays it in. That's a time right there. I bet he wishes he was about 2 inches taller so he could maybe jam one home. Good steal there by Gaines.
Yeah, good
Push it
hands.
up the court. Good board.
Good board
And
there
goes
by
back.
Brown.
He's going to head to the line. Looks like Gaines is down on the side of the court over there under the basket. He looks to be okay. Got up on his own power and strength there.
Caleb, first free throw, in and out. A little flat there. Maybe push it up a little bit. Yep, heard his brother yelling from the bench. I'm sure that he will not listen to his brother, right? I didn't have a brother, but I'm just assuming you don't listen to your brother.
I don't think so.
You shot it a little higher. Oh.
If it's anything like having a sister, then nah, you don't listen to your sister either.
I know they're twins, but someone's still older, right? So
yes,
I don't know who's older. Man,
Allen
that's
falls
a tough
in. That's a tough shot.
Number 10, Brady Rutherford. That's a tough shot. 8-point Mustang advantage. A little mid-range jumper.
Oh, flat shot there too.
Yeah, it looked like a kid might have hit the ball.
Yeah.
Ooh, a little Euro step.
That's what they call it these days, yeah.
It always looks wonky to me.
Looks like a travel every time.
It does. It's usually not. There's sometimes it is, but tough drive to the hole. No basket.
Looking for the foul there.
Yeah, perhaps trying really hard for it. Nice find in the corner. Off the mark. You could see that coming. Good rebound by Brown.
Passes off to Henry, who's awfully good ball handler.
Yeah, Jaden has done a really good job this year running the point. JT, that looked like a good shot. Well off the mark. Looking to run. Got Eli up there. Acrobatic lay-in. I'm going to say he stepped out of bounds. Pressure caused the turnover.
Lane
Gonna
Brown
see
and
Barron and Brown. Sounds like a law firm.
Barron and Brown.
The law firm of Barron and Brown coming in. Play some defense.
I would not let Lane Brown defend me in a court of law. Not at this age. He'd have to go to law school first.
Another acrobatic. Oh, up and in.
Looks good.
Man. Good job by that young man getting on the floor. Justice Nava. They're going to give him a timeout. I thought it was simultaneous possession. They're going to give him a timeout. 30-second. We'll stay right here. It's 27-37 Mustangs, and it's kind of that point in the game in the girls we had where it's kind of a 10-point game. You're playing better than them, but you're a little uneasy. You definitely don't by any means have it in the bag. You need to maybe go on a run. If you go on a 6, 8, 10-point run, you feel like then you got the game firmly kind of grasped in your hands, if you will. All right, going to be ball out. You got to be careful. Jay Girls did a good job of getting several wide open layups. Ball out under their basket. Want to mention, I see Deputy Tice over there. He's a Rogers County Sheriff's Deputy. He's also our school resource officer, and he was named the 23 Rogers County Resource Officer of the Year. And I feel like it's very well deserved. He does a tremendous job. And I intentionally called him a resource officer because he is a resource for our kids. We have kids all the time coming in asking questions. You know, he's not just here, you know, if there's a discipline infraction, if you will. He's here to truly help kids. He has a good relationship. He's in the halls. Does a really good job, and I appreciate him.
You know, one thing I love about Officer Tice, and, you know, obviously I am new, but whenever I come into the high school after school is over, if you will, when the bell rings and I come in, to either run some errands, come to the office, check my mailbox, do whatever, I notice that Officer Tice does not leave that common area over there until the last student has made it out. So that's something that you can definitely appreciate. He takes care of the kids, and he's there. He's a man of the kids. He wants them to be good, wants them to be successful, and he'll do anything to get them in that situation.
Yeah. Ooh. I think they might get JT with the body. Looked like perhaps Henry got a clean block. Yeah. First personal for Jaden, no big deal. First team foul. Yeah, we've played 4 minutes with our first foul. Good job. 2 free throws for number 5, River Davis. First one is good.
Jay making a few change here. Braden Jumper checks back in.
Second free throw by Davis, no good.
Good shot
by Tanner in. Mustangs predominantly zone in the first half. Are playing man-to-man right now.
Yeah, doing a good job playing man-to-man defense here.
Behind the back
great pass.
JT gets it stripped. One of those times you're in that light painted area. You don't want to put it on the floor. You let everybody get their hands on it. Nice, tough basket by Kenyon Garcia. Barron was in really good position, had the height on him. I didn't think that was going to go down, but teardrop shot there by Henry, no good. Little shuffle pass there, no good. Barron screws a rebound.
Slows it down just a little bit, gets it back to Henry. Push the court. Spain has it in his hands, kicks it out. Tanner for 3. Just off the mark just a little bit.
Unable to secure the rebound. Be a foul on to Spain. Shouldn't be a big deal. There hadn't been a lot of fouls called. We shouldn't have anybody really in foul trouble.
No. He was awfully close to getting all of it.
Yeah.
Right there, just slightly missed. Garcia.
First free throw by Garcia is good.
Checking back in, Caleb Brown, Aiden Gaines, number 15, Ethan Hadley.
Second free throw is good. 6-point lead here for the Mustangs.
Barron's going to put up a 3. Off the mark. Caleb Brown fighting for that rebound.
Yep, good job. It's kind of what we talked about when you start talking about that plus-minus. And we've relied heavily on the 3-ball here kind of in this quarter. Would like to see us get an easy basket, have some success. Hadley going to fire it off the mark. Another 3 there.
Like to see the Mustangs get back to playing how they were in the first half. They're driving to the basket, taking some good high percentage shots. I'd like to see them get back to that.
Maybe play inside out a little bit.
Jumper with the jumper. Makes it.
That's one of those perhaps where a 3's easier, right? So you're set, you're ready, you haven't moved, and the guy's driving in, drawing your defense, and he kicks it to you. That's kind of what I meant when playing inside out. That was an example there where Aiden tried to do it too. Brown makes a hustle play there. Spain checking in for Brown.
Tanner tries to get the steal.
Good challenge by Despain, but no block out deep, and as they often do, those 3s get long rebounds.
Put it that way.
That was going to be on number 5, River Davis. A couple of subs coming in.
That was Jay's 4th foul of the quarter.
We're inching closer to our first penalty free throws of the day, really, the night. Hadley with a nice fake. Rattles home that mid-range jumper.
There.
We needed a basket. It's been a while.
It
was 40-30 last time we scored, 42-37.
We inch closer here to the end of the quarter. Just a few things here.
Wow.
Mustangs, high percentage shots first half. Playing a little quicker paced this quarter. Maybe not taking as some of the best looks right now, but still doing a pretty good job playing defense right now too.
Yeah, that's what's been a savior for us because Hoisington checks in for Barron. Haven't been able to put the ball in the bucket at a high rate this quarter, but besides a kind of a quick jolt there where Jay hit a couple threes, they aren't either. It's a testament to our defense. And that's why you want to play good defense. They'll keep you in it. You're going to have nights you don't shoot the ball particularly well, but defense travels, they say. You can take defense on the road with you.
Well, they also say defense wins championships, too.
They say that as well. Tough pass there. Oh. We're going to give another timeout. He's wanting teammate to help him off the floor. Going to be a 30-second timeout. We'll stay right here. So if you don't know at home, if you call it 30 seconds when they point to their shoulder, it's 30-second timeout, and you can't sit down. Or at least the players on the floor can't sit down. If you call a full timeout when you extend your arm straight out, that's a minute. You get 3 of those in a game. You get 2 30 seconds in a game. You can sit down. So a little wonky, a little different. I said this before last time we broadcast. I've never really, or at least in a long time, like Jay's doing right now, he's taking a full timeout essentially. We've hit the buzzer a few times. The ref theoretically could put the ball down and start counting. You rarely see that. So you might as well just give him 5 full timeouts. Everyone's taking a minute. You got to hit the horn 3 times.
For those of you that don't know, they hit the horn at 15 seconds on a 30-second timeout.
Yeah, and typically I wasn't watching the scoreboard. There's buttons on the scoreboard. You can hit one or the other, one for a 30 or a full. And you get that clock. It helps the refs, helps keep it on pace. We're playing pretty quick. It's only 8:20.
Yep.
I bet it hadn't got warmer outside.
No. Keenan Garcia headed to the line. Foul's going to be on Ethan Hadley. That is his first. Garcia's first free throw drops in there. Second one goes to Henry. Going to take the ball up the court here with the last 20 seconds. You expect the Mustangs want to hold the ball just a little bit here to get the last shot of the quarter. But you never know.
That way, worst case, kind of we talked about earlier with Jay to have. Worst case, you go to the fourth quarter with a 3-point lead. Best case, you go 5 or 6 here. And kick it to Hadley. He's going to take a 3 off the mark. But that's what you want to do. You got a good shot. You just didn't make it.
Yep.
Mustangs lead by 3. Take a quick timeout. Jason Streeter will hit some buttons. We'll be right back with the fourth quarter here in Oologah.
It takes less than 1 minute to find out if you may have prediabetes. You can do it here. But I get it, you're busy, and busy people can't have prediabetes. I read that wrong. They can, okay? Just go to the site.
All right, 8 minutes left. Tight ball game, 3 points. Bulldogs able to close the gap a little bit in that quarter. Not to the fault of the jazz band. Jazz band's been getting it all night.
They sound great.
A few years ago we had a toaster oven situation in the jazz band. Kid would bring a toaster oven and play it with the music, and it was amazing. It was literally amazing. And at one point, I remember both teams, like the first game that it happened, both teams stopped and looked back and was like, is he really playing a toaster? And he was really playing a toaster oven. Jumper, that's a tougher shot than you give it credit for. Bulldogs draw within 1. Spain going to try to get something going to the rim. He does.
Gets it to go. Plan of attack here, if I was, in my opinion, we want to drive to the basket here. We want to try to draw some fouls at the basket, shoot some free throws. And
that's a good point. I feel like Jay did that in the quarter. They shot a lot of free throws in that third quarter. Seeming like we haven't really been to the line a whole lot tonight.
Gaines doing a great job there.
Yeah, almost got a
even
steal.
side of the ball. He
not fouling.
Keeping his hands up. And really just in number 35's face there. It's going to come right back at him, too.
Shot no good. Good rebound there by Brown. Mustangs set it up.
And this right here, this is what I like to see whenever you watch basketball. Slow, playing their game. They're not letting Jay make them play something else. They are playing Oologah Mustang basketball, and it's paying off.
Yeah, and you got an open 3 in rhythm. I feel like you can always get a 3. So, why shoot one of those the first 5 seconds of the shot clock, so to speak? There's no shot clock in high school basketball, but you can always get that, and perhaps a better one. Like he was in rhythm, stepped into it, drilled it. He's going to shoot that at a high percentage. I'm thinking ahead to next week when we start playing at prior tournament. They typically stream every game. They have a broadcast class. And so regardless if they're playing in it or not, they got some high school kids that are calling the action. So you're able to – I'll try to post the link.
Oh. Maybe a
Mustang faithful not happy with that call.
No,
wasn't the right call. But you got to remember, we got the last 2 that were like that too. So they're talking about it. It might get switched. He's going to blow his whistle. Nope.
No, he's not. You're going to keep it the way that it is. And
so definitely do some searching around. Typically, I think you go to YouTube and just type in like Prior High School or Prior High School Tournament, and you can find the action. And they play 8 games in a day. So if you're the temps are like they were today and you're wanting to watch a lot of basketball, you can watch a lot of basketball in the comfort of your own home.
Good contest there by Caleb Brown.
And what I like about Caleb, a lot of times when he challenges shots like that, he stays in position to get the rebound.
Yes.
He doesn't go flying out of the way. He goes straight up and straight down, which is why he doesn't get in a lot of foul trouble. And then when you do that, as we talked about, he misses that one, but you stay in position to get the rebound.
Yep.
It's important not to just fly by your guy. Man, Jay just won't go away. They're always scrappy. I told you we play a lot of close games with them. They're just always scrappy. Hustle.
They're keeping themselves in the game for sure. They're taking it. They're taking it to the hole. They're trying.
I was going to say, you mentioned that like you'd like to see us do that more.
Trouble.
I feel like that's probably something they hit on. They've made a concerted effort, or it seems like it, to go to the rack, to go to the rim, draw some fouls, or make some layups. Mustangs could get a couple stops. As I say that, and they make a bucket. If we get a couple stops, we're down to that 4-minute mark here, 4:30. If you get a couple stops, make a couple, man, you could be in a position where you almost would have to lose it. Spain going to dial one up. Bang.
Don't make it.
That was pretty pure. Going to need to fix the net. Somebody called a timeout.
I think the J coach may have called that timeout.
Going to be a full timeout. We'll step away real quick. We'll be right back with the last 4:13. Mustangs up by 7.
A water faucet with clean water, a reliable car on a busy day, a faithful dog, and reliable insurance. They're there when you need them. Coach Jason Brown and Chalkline Insurance is your local insurance agent. After 20 years in coaching, Jason is using that work ethic to take care of you and your family. Chalkline Insurance is locally owned by a name you know and backed by an agency with more than 30 years of experience. If you own it, we can insure it. For all your commercial, home, rental, auto, and recreational insurance needs, give Coach Brown a call at 918-789-3848. Chalkline Insurance, your local insurance agent in Oologah, where character creates connection.
Chalkline Insurance, a big supporter of the stream. Coach Brown. Really, Coach Brown just a big supporter of the school and the community. I mean, he's involved in the chamber. He's involved here at school. They do the Student of the Week. Happy for him as he's transitioned out of teaching and coaching. He taught and coached here. He taught in the middle school, coached softball. Transitioned to kind of a new phase in his life, being an insurance agent, and always good to see him in the building every week. That's a tough call against Brown. He looked like he was in pretty good position, and you're entitled to stand there, right? And the kid kind of turns into him.
Only a second.
That's one of those, if you're the offensive coach, you want that foul. If you're the defensive coach, you're saying, how's that a foul?
Right. It looked like he did everything right. Just didn't get the luck of the draw right there.
Free throw no good.
Brown with the rebound there. And it does appear that the wrestling team is over here now. Looks like the wrestling duel might be over for the night. Could be wrong. See some wrestlers over there into the student section now.
I think those are baseball players.
Maybe.
So, baseball, for years and years since before I got here, cleans up after football games and cleans up after basketball games. Tough jumper there. And I think it is not, I would not want to figure the hourly wage when you consider there's 20 kids here for an hour or so after every game. I think they get like $600 put in their account for cleaning up after every game. And it's always amazed me, like, we had several years, I had a good group of leadership kids, and like, we want to do something. We would take trash bags on the road to football games. We'd clean up our whole visitor section.
Oh.
And by the time, 3 off the mark there, by the time the guys would come over to, they get done with the home section, we'd have all the trash done and received several good emails from superintendents and stuff over the years. Haven't been doing that with the leadership team the last couple of years. But it's always amazed me, like, we don't do that anywhere else. We don't just walk away from our trash anywhere else. But, like, it's like, oh, we paid $5 or maybe you paid $300. You go to, like, a Dallas Cowboy game. We're just going to leave our trash on the ground. I really understand that mindset, but appreciate our baseball coaches, Coach Noble, Coach Hines, our head baseball coach, Coach DeVilbus. They're the ones here kind of supervising that, but all the baseball kids clean up all the trash, bag it up after every home basketball game and after every home football game.
Something to appreciate, students getting involved on campus, especially in some things like that. Granted, it does help. It helps them obviously out for
gives them some money. They travel to Tuttle. They can go out to eat, do those things.
Yep.
Lane Brown coming into the game for Eli Despain. 5-point lead here, fourth quarter. Definitely
takes 3, heavily contested.
Yeah, that was a tough shot.
Some great effort there to come and get.
We're going to call a timeout,
rebound.
but you're talking about getting involved. We have something that I kind of stole and brought with me, if you will, called the Mustang 300. We encourage kids to build into the lives of others and volunteer. So if you volunteer 300 hours during your high school career, it all has to be documented. We have a contract, and we have sheets that your supervisor that has to sign. Then you get a graduation silver cord of service that you get to wear, and you get recognized at the senior assembly. We have a number of kids that do that every year, 3 to 4 or 5. 300 hours is a lot. I mean, you got to average 75 hours a year, and that's on top. Like if you're in NHS, for example, because I'll give you an example. Callie's going for the 300, and she's only about 10 hours short, but she also does NHS every year. Well, NHS needs 35 hours, National Honor Society, and you can't double dip.
Right.
So you gotta have 35 hours that just go to NHS, and then you gotta have hours that just go to the Mustang 300. I think it's really cool. I'm proud of her. Someone like Ansley Ramsey has a ton of hours. Mia Chamberlain, she's new here the last 2 years, and in under 2 years, I think by November of this year, so you're talking a year and a half, not even a year and a half, she had over 300 hours. It's a cool thing. And you can do that anywhere. Obviously, a lot of them do them around here in the community, do them at the church, whatever. We don't care. Just find a way to get involved in building the life of others.
Yeah,
I think
absolutely.
it's nothing better as a human.
What do we look at? What's the largest number of hours you've seen? You don't have to name names or anything, but what's the largest number of community service hours you've seen from one of your students for that?
So a lot of times, it's going to be tough. So a lot of times after they get to that 300 mark, they stop. Yeah, that's a foul. They stop turning in the paperwork. So essentially what happens is there's a contract that they have to take home and sign. And really, it's just so their parents are aware what they're trying to strive to do. There's no penalty if you don't hit it.
Right.
I probably have right now 80 folders going in my office, and the vast majority probably won't hit 300, but they're turning in hours. At the end of every year, I send an email to the kids or face-to-face talk. Hey, here's how many hours you got. Let's say you're a freshman, you only do 60 hours. It doesn't mean you can't be a Mustang 300. We talked about you had to do 75 hours a year. You can do more. Like I mentioned, Mia just came here as a junior, and by November of her senior year had over 300 hours. So I think we've had 465, 512 seems to be ringing a bell in my head. That's a lot. I mean,
that is a lot of hours.
You think something like 80% of our kids either participate in extracurricular or in a club. So that's a lot, right? And then a lot of our kids are working. And then you start trying to find, 500 hours to volunteer. That's incredible. I think it's really cool. It's one of my favorite things to give away at our senior assembly. And I hope it's something that extends beyond just high school. So
yeah, absolutely. That is pretty unique. Mustangs get fouled here. I know with time winding down here, only the second team foul for the Bulldogs. So they're gonna have to foul a couple more times before they get the opportunity to get the ball back because of some free throws here. So
yeah, you see us spreading it out, kind of working on that, and that's one of those sets you're gonna need, in the playoffs when you're up 5 with a minute 17, just like you are now, like forcing them to foul. You still want to be aggressive. If you can shoot a free throw or a layup or something, whoa, you definitely want to do that. Crowd didn't like that. That was not egregious. It was just a couple of guys going for the ball and going hard.
Yeah.
The next foul they will shoot. Nope. We're going to call a 30-second timeout. All right, so you mentioned the show coming up in a few weeks. So is it Friday, Saturday, Sunday like always?
Yeah.
So
Friday's cattle. Saturday, shooting goats.
Oh, no. You're right. Yeah, I'm back.
Sunday, Pigs. Yep.
If you've never been, it's cool. We have some great food, by the way. The Bush Club does a great
phenomenal.
job. Always have some barbecue and baked potatoes and desserts and all the things. The show arena is heated and cooled. So if you come in the summer show, it's always cool in there. If you come in the winter, it's always warm in there. It's super great.
Nice.
Our facility is really good. My favorite thing about it, we're just talking about Mustang 300, is obviously you and Mrs. Smith do a lot, and we have a lot of the Bush Club that are there. But the kids do a lot of the work. The kids are at the table. The kids are passing out awards. The kids are working gates.
Yes,
helping each other.
They're working hard.
I love that. I love that a lot.
It's organized and planned by adults.
Yeah.
And then it's student ran, and that's something that you like to see.
That's a really good way to put it. I agree. Going to get a foul. Despain going to go to the line for 2. And this is where that new rule does come into effect. If you're the defensive player, you sure like them to be shooting a 1-and-1 instead of a guaranteed 2.
Oh, yeah.
That's not the case. So maybe takes a little pressure off. First free throw up and in. Extends the lead to 6. Second free throw, no good. 6-point lead, 1:12 to go. Interesting to see if Jay, I was going to say, if they're going to try to shoot a 3 or go to the bucket. That is a tough shot. That is a tough shot. You see their coach kind of shaking his head.
Not loving it.
Got a couple Mustangs waiting at the table. Spain makes the first.
Lane Brown checking in.
Yeah.
Hayden Gaines checking in. Second one's in.
Ooh, nice find there. Thankfully for the Mustangs, he bobbled it. Try to go to the basket again.
Not trying to foul. Obviously,
yeah, we definitely got out of the way.
Wanna.
It's a little early to do that. You don't just want to give them an Olay or a free lane to the basket. You like to think 6 seconds left, 44 seconds left, 6-point lead, but stranger things have happened. You know, you got timeouts, you got threes, you got human nature, you got refs, you got a lot of things. Definitely not in the bag here.
No, not at all.
If you're watching the stream and you haven't liked or followed the YouTube channel, definitely do that. As I mentioned earlier, you'll get a notification anytime we go live. Super simple. You click on it if you want to watch, and you swipe left if you don't. That way you don't miss a minute of Mustang action. We probably won't do any of the prior tournament, and then the next thing we're looking at doing is the Rose Invitational, which is our long-standing swim meet. Mia Pendleton was home on vacation. That is a turnover.
It's one of those human nature things that we kind of just mentioned there. It's just simple
probably
mistakes
trying
that we
too
didn't
hard to get it to Eli, which is where we want the ball to go, and he was double covered. But talking about swim, Mia Pendleton, you don't know her. She graduated a couple years ago. She was a 4-time state champion swimmer here in the pool. Won the 50 and the 100. She was really, really good. Got a younger brother that's a sophomore here in the building, but she was a heck of a swimmer for a lot of years.
Hadley going to head to the line here.
Hadley makes the first.
Misses the
second one, no good. Rutherford, tough shot. Might have even been fouled there. Wow. That was a really, really tough shot.
I believe Jay's coach just called their last timeout, though.
That's okay. 5 seconds. Can't take them with you, right?
Can't take them with you.
Can't take them with you.
Might as well use them.
I'm going to sit down. It's been a long morning. I goes up at, 4:45. Because we're supposed to have snowpocalypse.
Supposed to.
I think I saw
it didn't happen.
20 of the smallest and driest snowflakes in the history of the world.
They were melting before they hit the ground.
Yeah, it was bizarre. I don't know if it was just so dry and the tip changed so fast, like it went from hot to cold. But it didn't even frost the windows.
Didn't frost the windows, didn't stick to your windows. Nothing. It was just kind of, it was weird.
Had a little crowd situation, unfortunate. Ball into Despain. Fouled quickly. Foul's going to be at number 2, Kenan Garcia. And really that's what you want. You want to go for the steal, but he fouled in less than a second. I believe that's his 5th foul, unfortunately, so he's going to – no, it's 4th personal. So they're kind of subbing offense for defense here, but
Spain back at the line.
We've been making 1 of 2. We need to – let's bury both of these.
Well, you jinxed that
or not. Yeah, maybe. We've been making the first and missing the second, though.
Yeah.
We just flip-flopped that.
Yeah, we just
made the second one.
Changed it up there just a little bit.
Nice find there. Off the
Won't
mark.
Go.
Mid-range jumper is good.
Is good.
The problem for Jay is the clock runs even when the ball goes out of bounds. They got a foul. Yeah, that's the situation. I don't know. Number 10, Brady Rutherford, I think he has 4 fouls, I guess. I don't know. But with 10 seconds, you have to foul.
Mm-hmm.
Whether that fouls you out or not, you got to give your chance to.
I think he might be one of their shooters, and they're trying to keep him in just in case they do get the ball. A chance at another shot. Henry at the line here.
Makes the
the first.
He's going to do it for me. He's going to make both.
Yeah, there he is. He made it.
Wild shot there.
And that's the ball game.
And that's going to do it.
Making it in the night here. 59-53. Mustangs come out on top. Gets the boys, Eli Despain and Jaden Henry, a win here on senior night.
Yeah.
Another win also for Ava Parker and Taylor McKee earlier in the night for the girls team. What a night.
2-0.
Basketball.
Wish everyone well. Hope everyone stays warm. On behalf of show engineer Jason Streeter, my partner on the mic here, Seth Jackson, and our videographer, is that the right word? Videographer, Nate Osborne. He's also the technician behind the cameras. Appreciate him. Had a good time tonight. Make sure you join us next Thursday, either in person at Pryor or catch their stream as we try to make a run at the Pryor tournament. Appreciate everyone joining us. Stay safe.
Family. It's bigger than bloodlines, stronger than DNA. It's the circle we draw around the people that matter, the people we care about and care for, the folks who inspire us, guide us, root for us. Family means finding common ground, rolling up our sleeves, and making our way side by side. Armstrong Bank.